Well, I think I'll fire up the old hibachi and cook me up a nice big baked potato and a real fat juicy T-bone. What? Alright y'all, what I have here is a Ruger M77 22 stainless. We're going to replace the Sear and spring. We're going to be putting the Volt quartz in there. Okay? Right now this thing has a 4 and about a 4.5 pound trigger. You can see 4.5 pounds, almost 5. And we'll see what we got when we get through with it, if we get through with it. I'm going to put the Sear right here. In order to do this, you have to get the bolt, take the bolt out of the gun. You're going to do that by pushing down right here. See this little lever? We're going to push it down, open it up, slide it out the bolt. Okay? That's just a little lever that releases the bolt. Now you got to take the gun out of the stock. This is that bolt paddle kind of stock. It's some kind of composite. And just these screws stay in there. And again, the only reason why I do these, I've never done this in my life. I do it to show that if I can do it, anybody can do it. Fairly easy procedure, especially if you got nice steady hands. Okay, we'll just lift the stock up, get it out of the way. There is a pin right there. It holds the trigger in. Underneath the trigger there is a spring, and we're going to replace it and the Sear with this. This is Volt quartz. Volt quartz's got good stuff. We don't want to get these mixed up. We'll just set that there. This kind of rides on that. This is the Sear. It's got a little bump there. The spring rides on it. Now we're going to take that pin out and lift out the trigger. When we do, that spring may or may not come out with it. Let's see what we get here. Oh, it doesn't want to come out. There it is. We're just going to push that pin out. There's a little pin. Set that there. We're going to reuse that. Yeah, it doesn't appear to have a right way or a wrong way. I'm going to take this out. And we're going to ease the spring up. Ease the trigger up out of there. See, that spring just fell out? Okay, you see that? It just sets down in there. This little bump right here, that is connected to the sear. How does that damn thing fit in there? I guess it's like this. Okay? And that sear should fall out. Nope. Turn it upside down and I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna try to give it a little push from the top. What the hell's holding it in there? Let's take a look here. Well, that thing's got a... Alright. I think I see it. I think I'm going to run into problems here. We're going to check it out. We're going to take this pin out also. Because the way that sits in there, it's showing another pin for this hole back here. So it's got to be that. I hope it's not tied in with this safety. It looks like it's going to need the hammer. Alright, there's that pin. Now let's see if it falls out. Yes! Excellent. There it is. There, we figured it out. Well, shit. What would one of my videos be if I didn't drop something? Alright, now we're gonna try and get this thing back in there. Yeah, I dropped it. So what? Pick that up, boy. Alright, let's see. Let's get this. Well, it just drops in there. See if I can come up from underneath. Yeah. Ooh. Well, you learn by doing, folks. Man, I didn't want to have to turn the damn camera off. Let me turn the camera off. Get that damn thing in there. Alright y'all, that wasn't much to that. It's just a matter of me getting my nimble fingers. That piece just drops in there. There's a little slot for it to fall into. And then we got to line up the hole. And push the pin in. There it is. Alright, it's in there. It wasn't nothing to it, it's just trying to shake and do that too. Alright, now we're going to put the trigger back in along with the spring. There's a little bump. See right there in the middle right here? That spring rides on it and it rides on this one. Now I don't know which one's going to be the easiest to do. But let's try setting the spring up there. Let's try setting the spring up on this one. And we're just going to shove it back up in here. Get it on that bump. Line my hole back up. There. Needs a hammer. I love the hammer. Alright y'all, that's it. It's got a new Sear and a new Sear spring, and all we have to do, I won't bore you with sticking it all back together again, but it just falls down in here. Really nothing to it. That Sear has got a little channel it runs in, and the scope was actually in my way, and you just slip it in there, put the pin back in. That's all there is to it. And we're going to get this lined up. Start back here. Just putting the screw back in. We were zeroing this the other day, and it just zeroing the scope, and it just had a bad trigger. Hopefully this will remedy all that. This video is going to be longer than I want it to, and I hated that I had to cut it off, but sometimes these hands just get too busy when you're trying to finesse something, and it's not worth boring y'all with. Okay. Here's the old Sear. I don't know what happened to the old Sear spring. Hopefully I didn't put the other one back in. Then we'll put the bolt back in. It goes back in same way it came out. We're going to pull this little lever right here, pull it down, shove it back in there. Let's try it, see what we got. Working around the camera sucks. What the hell? Okay, that was... Alright, let's see what we got. looks like three and a half pounds. So we took a pound off of it, and it's got let's see. Oh yeah, no creep, a lot crisper trigger. Yeah, excellent. It's easy to do, y'all. Don't let me scare you away from trying it. If you have one of these bolt pedal type Ruger all-weather 77 22s, that's a worthwhile project, and it's easy as hell. Nothing to it. Y'all, that scope is hitting that sight. Yeah, that's something else to take a look at. Alright, y'all, that's how you put a new Volquartsen Sear and spring into a Ruger all-weather 77 22. Really nothing to it. I just make it look hard. Appreciate you watching. Catch you later. Bye. Alright, I can't wait to jump into this nice, big, juicy T-bone. Oh, this bad boy is tender. Yeah. That's the last time I'm gonna buy a T-bone from New Zealand.
Well, it's lamb chops, Chuck.
Lamb chops? You mean like baby mutton?
Yeah.
My grandmother used to make me eat mutton. This ain't gonna work. I think I'll have myself a nice big venison hamburger. That'll be more better.